2 reasons why a man leaves his wife or files for divorce.
I've been waiting for this.
Number 1 is another woman pushing him to do it, okay?
Leave her alone.
Or number 2 is something real foul went down.
That was,
You think that was in love? I feel so bad for her.
Jeezy is divorcing Jeannie Mai because of this.
There are a lot of reasons, and the one reason that the internet is running wild with is that Lil Miss' supportive wife was allegedly cheating on Jeezy during their marriage. Do y'all remember when she made this super controversial comment? You dated black guys.
Love black guys. Yeah. I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white chicken. No, that's why I married white man. That's what I like.
Well, turns out that she wasn't joking when she said that, because allegedly she was cheating on Jeezy with her co-host Mario Lopez. Fans have noticed that these two are often quite handsy with each other, so the rumor that they were sneaking around with each other isn't all that shocking. I mean, just take a look at this video.
Alright, I'm with my girl, Jeannie Mai.
First day at the job, guys.
A proud Vietnamese girl. We're both first generation. I'm gonna have her hook me up with some Vietnamese. I know a little bit.
Is it just me, or is it kind of giving Amy Robach and TJ Holmes? So this is why many people believe this kind of explains why Jeezy decided to serve her up with divorce papers out of the blue without any prior discussion. And as if that wasn't enough, he also decided to be petty by throwing some shade at her on Instagram when he posted this picture of himself and said, "To focus on who I'm becoming, to focus on who's not coming with me."
And that's what he's supposed to be focused on. You have to understand, when a man goes and files for a divorce, it's not because of his reason. It's because of something that she does. A man is way more willing to work at it, which is why women file for divorce more. So when you move on for that, he's just letting the world know, like, listen, I'm still out here stunting, getting my money, and I'm moving on. She already showed me who she is, and it's over with. This is how guys have to respond to things. Not the complaining, not the he said, she said, just strictly accept it for what it is and move on and get back to the money.
But honestly, apart from that, we cannot forget that Jeezy has a very bad track record with his partners, and he dips whenever a baby comes into the equation. Jeezy has multiple kids by different women. And so for Jeannie to also have expected him to be in a long-term, faithful, monogamous relationship was a bit insane. Also, he was previously arrested in 2012 because he physically attacked his own son, who was just 15 years old at the time. Also, the way he met Jeannie is kind of sus too. So at the time Jeezy met Jeannie, he was engaged to an Ethiopian musician named Malek. They even had a daughter together. But this relationship suddenly ended in 2018, right around the time he started dating Jeannie.
That's how it's supposed to be. When you're a man and you're out here on the grind and you're an alpha male and you're getting the money, you're gonna have all the women. That's how Jeezy is looking at it. He's still an alpha male. He's still the man that's like, hey, I can produce these kids and take care of them. And I always tell guys, always think about lions. Humans live just like lions. You have one dominant male that gets all the lioness. All the other males out there, they have to try to create their own empire. That's what you see Jeezy doing. So of course, if one girl is not acting good, he's going to go to the next woman. Why? Because he can afford to do it.
Anyways, the internet is in shambles over this drama, and they left comments saying, they saying Jeannie Mai was smashing Mario Lopez and let that man kiss her baby on national television. Bold. Jeezy signed his divorce papers on June 15th, and on June 18th was participating in Father's Day family time and even hosted a Father's Day party with Jeannie. That's kind of scary. And so turns out Jeezy filed for divorce since June of this year, and he was busy making breakfast for Jeannie and their baby on Father's Day, knowing full well he wanted to divorce her. That man is full of deceit, because this just shows he really wanted to hurt her.
Not really. What he's doing is trying not to make her look bad. Him and her have already talked about what was going to happen. He already told her, hey, this relationship is in. I'm going to file a divorce to get it started, but I'm not going to go to the media with it. This is why everyone is finding out later. He's been a gentleman, but he already knows we have this coming up. We have that coming up. You're famous. I'm famous. Everybody is following what we're doing. You have your crew of people. I have my crew of people. We just can't go to the tabloids yet. Everything that's happening now is everything that Jeezy did not want to happen, but it needs to happen for her in order to maintain a career and keep a storyline. The only thing that you have to say that she is taking the initiative of is that she's fighting the divorce, which means that she does not want to get a divorce. So we're going to have to see what happens in that situation. Let's get back to it.
This situation is a hot, stinking mess. And I know we haven't heard the last of it, but I want to know what y'all think about this. Do you think that Jeezy was justified and blindsided Jeannie if she really did?
I don't think that Jeezy had blindsided Jeannie with this divorce. I think they sat back and talked about it because a guy like him, he's straightforward with everything. You have to learn to do business that way. So she understood, but she still has an image to the media. She just got a new hosting gig. Now she's starting to move up in the ranks of corporate whenever you start dealing with networks. So to her, it's like, don't make my image look bad. We got to stay married because I've placed you on a pedestal. But I can almost guarantee you it's still coming to light. I don't know if she cheated or not. I don't know that. So we have someone else that have their opinion on what can happen. Let's hear what he has to say.
Okay, so y'all know I had to call up to Atlanta, baby, and find out what all the hell was going on. Because I know people who are in that circle. Y'all ready for the tea bit?
Yes.
Get to us, Lord.
And it's nothing salacious. It is nothing salacious at all. And honestly, Heavenly, you're going to describe them all as things that they could work through. Number one, distance. Not being in the same place often. So that was a factor from what I was told. The number two thing was she likes a social media relationship. He is a very private person. An example that was cited was that, he would want to have a couple friends over. Next thing you know is she's got 50 people over and a party planner. He didn't like all of that. And so it was just.
Now, this is more realistic to me. I personally feel like that's the situation that happened. She lives in LA. He lives in Atlanta. They can't see each other that much. On top of that, she wants to be in the limelight. She wants everybody to see her. You could tell by the way that she was talking on the show. He wants to live a private life that's more settled and more hidden. This is why he's doing all of his investments into real estate, and so he can sit back and just live off the money. But this is a situation where she's been waiting to get into. She's been waiting to be this famous. She's been waiting to be a host. She's been waiting for all eyes on her. What he's doing is something that most guys who are driven do, and that's foresighting the future. When you're able to foresight your future, then it's able for you to stay focused on goals. So as he looks further down the road, he says, this woman is only going to work harder. She's going to have to stay in Los Angeles, and we're not going to be here. And I'm going to be here raising my daughter by myself like I'm technically doing right now. And so he's deciding to go ahead and get a divorce. I will too. And the reason for that is because I can guarantee you this. Jeannie has already told him, I'm going to be fully dedicated to my job. And he knows that network is going to want you to marry it. So she will have to marry her job in order to be successful at it. She's not going to make a good mother. She's going to become a part-time mother. But he's at the point of his life where he's set up for retirement. So he's trying to sit back and raise his daughter, but live a comfortable lifestyle. But Jeannie is in a position where she's going to have to always follow the chaos because she has to be pretty much commutating news that's going on in reality. So both are going in two different directions. They're both over 40 and they have that mindset where I know it all and I know what I'm doing. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You're dealing with two bullheaded people. The only thing is, on her end, she's looking like a baby mother. And it's going to make her look bad because she went 10 years in a marriage to a guy telling him that she did not want to have children. You leave him, then that man goes and has kids and you run off to another guy, have children, have a child. But now you're a single mother, something you did not always want to be. Hopefully you guys got the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.